Hi all, it's Kylie from Kylie's Cardcraft, and I just wanted to pop in today to show you my Time Traveller's Notebook. Just a quick flip through. Now, this is a challenge that I did on Facebook group, the Foxy Crafters, run by Tracy Fox. And they had a prompt going for January, and the prompts were either good old days or time traveller. So most of my things are always the good old days because it's always vintage, and I thought I'd have a go at Time Traveller. Now, Tracy is very talented, the owner of the group, and she does a lot of digital. She also put out in her group a free digital, you'll see I've taken some out of this one, a free digital to go with this prompt. So we had a few things that we could work with to start with. So you'll see some of these. There were some that I didn't use, but you'll see some of these throughout the notebook as well. So, but I just had to show you, I was so pleased with how it came out. So what I've actually done is I've used, oh, hang on, I'll pull those ones out. I've used some of the little envelopes that I get from Your Creative Studio when I'm doing her unboxings. So, and I still had a couple of them sitting on my desk from the other night. So the base of my notebook is 2 of those, and I've then created a spine as well and joined them all together. So they've been joined together with tape and then washi tape on the outside and on the inside, so that I've actually got a proper spined book. Okay, I've then popped in a little, I keep going to call them eyelets, a little jump ring in an eyelet, and we've got a few little dangles here of just some cogs and things that might turn when you're time travelling. Now, my time traveller notebook, I've created a story around. I've never done that before, but this is the story of Winnie and John. These were a couple of the photos that were in Tracy's digitals. So I've cut around it to start with, and then I've reprinted it out and cut around it again to 3D Winnie and John onto the actual front of the cover. I don't know if you can see that, so that it's lifted up onto foam tape just to lift them up a little bit. The back was all done with lots and lots of date labels or stamps that I had that I created into labels and all the rest, and collaged on. So when we open up, we see that Winnie and John, now Winnie was born on the 30th of April 1929, and John was actually born on the 13th of October 1875. So these two had been time travelling for a while. Kind of think a bit like Doctor Who. You know how he always finds his Sarah. Well, he did in my days. So it's just, one of them's been time travelling for longer, maybe both. Haven't quite worked that one out, but they've found each other and they're now a couple. So their next destination I've got as going back to Egypt. So they've got a well-worn map here that they quite enjoy looking at and picking out areas. And on the back, it's got all the dynasties in the New Kingdom and everything else where they can go back and pick where they want to go. So that's where they're planning on going next. That's their next destination. And that just goes into their pocket so that they've always got it with them. Their other pocket here, we've got a couple of pockets now. I don't know about you, but if you're a time traveller, how do you get money? So these guys go back and find auctions for houses back further. They can pick them up for a song. And so they've got quite a portfolio going of properties, be it land, be it houses, that they can sell off at other spaces in time later on and make their money. So in here we've got houses and land for sale, and we've got different auctions that they're either going to be looking at or that they've already got. So I just thought that was an idea for in there for them, because, you know, I don't know, does anybody else ever wonder how do time travellers make their money and are able to do this? So that's their portfolio. We've still got lots of room in here for them to write their notes. On this little piece in here, I've popped, this is just so that they've got their graphs. This was a graph for the Air Force, but for me, it's a graph on how time will interlace and how they actually slip through time. I don't know what machine they have, but this is how they slip through time. So these graphs are for the minimum period of a solar cycle. So for me, they were working out how they could slip through. So I just thought that was something fun to actually pop in there as well. And that just folds up, and that's an actual vintage piece that I had in my stash. So I've just roughed up the edges even more and then popped the whole thing on with a paper clip. So that's that one. Close that one back up. We then go through. We've still got more bits for them to write their notes of whatever they're going. This was obviously a great day in history for them because they've got a little piece in here from Melbourne from Saturday, July the 11th, 1896. And that was obviously a special memory or something for them. So that's just tucked in there. More writing space. Lots of clocks because, let's face it, we've got to watch time when we're a time traveller. They also have a little pocket watch in here. Now, this might be something that actually pertains to how they travel in time. Going over. And then at the end, we've got more from their portfolio, different auction houses, things like that. And then in here, just in case they need them, are their identification cards. So it'll say when they actually came from. So Winnie, whose real name is Winifred Erskine, who was born on the 30th of April, 1929. So this is her photo from when she started. His, of course, because he was born so much earlier, 13th of October, 1875. And he is John Muller. And I'm assuming he's from the continent somewhere. And I pick her as being somewhere from London. She looks like a London lady. That was my little time traveller's notebook. I thoroughly enjoyed doing this. It's ended up being nothing like I originally imagined that I was going to do, just something for this challenge for the Foxy Crafters. And it kind of grew and grew and grew. And I've spent the last couple of days playing with it and dyeing, alcohol inking all these to give them that colour and patina. So I just want to share it with you. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I hope you liked their story. And you never know, Winnie and John may crop up in other things later on. Thanks for that, guys. Bye.